So here, I want to continue on with my trade proposal, series. Here are two teams that have a boatload of talent, and they just, for some reason, whatever it is, they're just not putting it together. They suck. The Colorado Rockies and the Los Angeles Angels, and I'm more, frustrated for the Los Angeles Angels because of the talent that they have there. But it's mostly offensive talent, obviously. So their pitching is their glaring weakness, and the Colorado Rockies have kind of a little bit of both. With your Trevor Story, you've got Blackman, but then you have German Marquez and some other pitchers on both sides. So it's more heavily weighted on the offensive side for the Angels because you've got Trout and Rendon, you've got Otani. The kind of the names keep going, and you got Upton, and then that lineup just keeps growing and growing and growing. So. But that said, they're just not performing. They're in last place, so are the Rockies. So to me, this is a logical fit for them to pair up together and address needs. And again, I said this in other videos. Not every trade proposal I make has to be a blockbuster trade. They're not. Some of them are pretty significant, but these are more need-based trades. And for the most part in baseball, the need-based trades are the ones that kind of make the biggest impact. On occasion, the blockbuster trades do, but the multiplayer need-based trades have generally the most short-term and long-term success, and they're the trades that I like to put together as well. And these they address needs on both sides. I will be doing blockbuster trade proposals coming up soon. My MLB trade deadline predictions and the most likely players to be traded before the deadline. I've got and just wild and crazy trade proposals. I am working on those. So, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to know when they're coming, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you know exactly when those videos are coming. And I got more trade proposals coming, as well as the post-game recaps for the Yankees that I do every day. But let's get to this trade. Let me know what you think of this. Whether you agree or not, it doesn't matter. Just give me your insight either way. So the Colorado Rockies send Jon Gray, who's one of their one of their starters. He's a free agent after this year. So he's obviously not going to extract a lot. But I'm attaching Daniel Bard, who's one of their top relievers and generally been acting as their closer. He's a free agent in 2023, and he's a dynamic power arm. So they would be sending a major league starter and a major league reliever over to the Los Angeles Angels, who desperately need both, okay, in exchange for Chris Rodriguez, who's the Angels' number 4 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, Kyron Paris, their number 6 prospect, who's a shortstop. He's not even their top shortstop prospect, okay? But he's currently blocked at shortstop. And I do think that this offseason that the Angels may make a big shortstop free agent signing, which is why I have no problem adding a shortstop to this package. But we'll see if they do or not. But and then last but not least, William Holmes, who's their number 14 prospect, and he's a right-handed pitcher / outfielder, so he's got a little Shohei Otani in him, so he can do both. So again, Colorado sending a starter, Jon Gray, and a reliever, Daniel Bard, to the Angels for Chris Rodriguez, number 4 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, Kyron Paris, number 6, a shortstop, and William Holmes, number 14, a versatile pitcher and position player. It addresses the needs on both sides. The Angels are in desperate need of a pitching boost. And again, their starting rotation and their bullpen, suspect, weak. They need more depth. This gives them depth. And German Marquez isn't even in this trade. Personally, I think the Angels can get a guy like German Marquez, but it's going to cost them Joe Adell, and it's going to cost them more. So I don't see them making a trade like that. And I can only see maybe 2 or 3 teams willing to put a package together for a Marquez. But I don't think it's going to be the Angels. I think they'll make a free agent signing this offseason for a starter. And the pitching trade market is going to be pretty deep, I think, by the deadline, with a lot of starting pitching going to be available. I think this is probably the more indicative of the package they'll receive. But it is what it is. I could be wrong, but I just see it kind of trending that way. And in exchange, obviously, the Rockies are getting 3 pretty solid prospects, a 4, a 6, and a 14. 1 or 2 of which could make an impact at the major league level. And and this helps in my opinion. I would be moving Marquez if they could. I would move Story, and I would move Blackman too. I would fully accelerate this rebuild because the Rockies are terrible too. You have valuable pieces that you can get something back for instead of letting them walk in free agency like a Trevor Story and getting nothing but a compensatory pick in return. You can get a pretty solid package back in return for Story. Obviously, if he had 2 years left plus this package would be huge, but this isn't the case here, But he'll still extract a bigger package than the Colorado Rockies would, letting him walk away. So it just makes sense, particularly since they're not going to contend. You move a guy like that and let him sign elsewhere as a free agent. That's simple. So that's my trade proposal. The Angels get 2 major league level pitchers. The Rockies get three solid prospects. And again, none of these trades are guaranteed. No prospect is guaranteed to pan out. Even top rated prospects doesn't work that way. And some people down below, like Mike Piazza, was like the 250 something pick, Hall of Famer. It's kind of like that. It's like a football. Tom Brady was a 6th round pick. He's the greatest starting quarterback in history of football. So it happens like that. There's no guarantee either way. So, but I think this trade serves needs on both sides, and it makes sense to me, and I think it's very doable. So, if I were them, I would be lining up for a trade like this. So, you let me know what you think. Give me your insight in the comments, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.